housekeeping stuff while we wait for Arcloid. I don't know where he went, but
He's here. I mean, he was here an hour ago. I had to cry on someone's shoulder about my mistake with Harmon. After all the shit I've gone through about people taking shit back in games all the time, it's like it'd be a real bitch move if I tried to take it back. Also, my level up finally lets me use my my 3rd level feat, experimental magic.
You took Oracle, right, for this new character?
Yeah, I'm 4th level Oracle.
Okay.
So now my undeath power word works. So now without material components, I can animate the dead.
So
Take the things. Doesn't need them 5 seconds later.
Well, no, because there's the concept of the bucket in Pathfinder. I had to do a lot of reading. There's the concept of the bucket where one pool of hit dice that you can animate and control kind of spills over into other buckets. So you have like a feat bucket of feats that give you a maximum number of hit dice, and then you have the spell bucket. I've got still multiple buckets, so it's just the thing is that you have to do the thing with the thing. Like if I animate dead, I have to use animate dead. If I use the experimental magic, I have to use that. You got to keep the buckets.
Okay.
Bucket like I don't know what the word I'm looking for is.
Yeah, I don't know about the Oracle.
Oracles are basically like the equivalency of a sorcerer, just for a divine class.
Okay.
Is the best way I always can describe it, because it's more spontaneous style casting. The big difference is that they have their own domains, and they basically take an automatic flaw to get automatic benefits.
I
mean,
am
I wrong?
Well, no, I mean it's not wrong. It's I don't really get a benefit. I chose thematically, which was that I know what my future portends, which is why I can't act but staggered in the first round of combat. But I also get uncanny dodge.
Yeah, so
which
it's like a
really
trade-off,
doesn't
basically.
affect me because I don't have a high dexterity score.
Fair enough. But like that's that's an example of what the trade-off is. You take some sort of flaw, but you get a benefit, usually in the form of a feat or an ability.
Okay.
And then it's spontaneous casting just for cleric spells. So, plus a few like domains and things on top of that. So
yeah, like I said, I got speak with animals. That's what you consider the person raising the dead to be good at.
What if you raise a dead animal?
Hey, little rat, where's the nearest dead body?
Apparently, it doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't. I know.
No, I was saying before that my former backup idea was the guy who came with all the
Molthune
guys, yeah, and he had the power to use his persuasion and diplomacy on animals, plants, people, monsters.
Plants, you say?
Yeah, there was a whole track you can go down. The only thing I didn't take was the ability to talk to oozes.
Whack.
Yeah, you're saying that, but if he had been here, we could have negotiated with the...
Negotiate with the gelatinous cube that has an intelligence of 2.
Would have made it easy.
In fact, I don't think it has an intelligence of 2. I think it's even less.
I gotta... Let me open... God, I can't remember what it's called to even see if it could work on a 2 intelligence.
Actually, it has no intelligence, so I don't think it would work at all.
No, it's like yelling at a dog, right? That's a great example I want to put out there on the internet. This is a guy that yells at dogs.
Yeah.
I'm just foot and mouth every day.
That's alright.
Well, friends arrive.
Yes, friends have arrived. Forvel comes back with Aubryn and a few of the others. And they have... Forvel has actually already told most of the camp, hey, there's actually a lot of stuff in here that we can use. And we could probably like stay in here and all that kind of stuff. So they're kind of inspecting. It has been like an 8-hour rest, so you guys will regain hit points and spells and things like that.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked. They have to have an intelligence of 1 at the minimum.
Yeah.
The feat's called Ooze Whisperer.
I honestly don't remember that feat.
You may target oozes with spells and special abilities that normally only affect animals, as if the oozes were magical beasts with intelligence 1. But they gain a +4 bonus to their saving throws. You may use wild empathy to influence oozes as easily as you might influence magical beasts with intelligence 1. Actually, I don't know if that means that they. I don't know if that actually means that you would be able to treat them as though they had intelligence 1, even if they had
That's
no
what it
intelligence.
sounded like it said.
Yeah. So, would have worked.
I looked it up. I know why I never heard of it. That's coming from a 3.5 module thing from a long time ago.
Whatever.
Same difference.
Yeah. Anyway, so you do have an 8-hour rest, so you do recover your HP, like 4 HP, plus any healing that's done on top of that. So
And then I go upstairs and do my thing anyway.
yeah. And Aubryn is here. She will also channel positive for those that are wounded.
Oh, I could certainly use that.
Oh,
Same.
she will do so. Where is she? She is. I'm just going to assume that you're nearby. So 9 plus 8 for the first
Take what
two.
I can get.
She'll do one more.
I'm at max.
Another 8.
Okay.
So 25 HP,
Plus on top of the rest.
which is another 4, so 29 at the moment.
Well, back to my old max.
All right.
I think that just heals all of us to max, yeah.
No, it doesn't heal Coriel to max.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
we
she-
took an
right,
8 hour
'cause you-
anyway.
Yeah, you gained... I mean, in this system, if you gain hit points for the level, does that restore it to you, assuming you're not unconscious?
I'll be honest, I actually
know.
looked for that. I couldn't find anything definitive. I think that's just GM choice.
Because yeah. Well,
I mean, I was certainly unconscious, so...
You were. Hey, Arcloid.
Very sorry to be late.
That's all right. We were just yammering on about Ironclaw and other games. But the cavalry has arrived. Auburn's actually going to ask, did you find anything downstairs? Other than the cube?
We've got a hobgoblin that surrendered to us. He's hanging out down there.
there's a tapestry, but we haven't really looked anywhere else.
You said tapestry.
I mean, there's doors down there where you can go in.
Yeah, there's like a thing painted on the wall.
Here, let me, Auburn is saying this. Let me try and come down there with you. Maybe I can help.
Okay.
Oh no, there's a
What was
second
painted on
giant's
the wall?
cube. You just walked into it.
I'll show her wherever the thing was, both sides.
I think the trick for today is also look up every time you walk into a doorway. He got us on not looking
Yep.
straight ahead, so the trick now is going to be look up, stupid.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but I would recommend maybe checking for traps every so often.
I also forgot this was on the same map. I'm like, why are we not on a different map?
So Auburn
Yeah.
does come downstairs, and you show her the tapestries. Now, she's not like the smartest person in the world, but she does have some knowledge. So let's see what she can find. Knowledges would fit this.
And yeah, while you're rolling that, this is who I came back downstairs with. Just imagine that there's a troglodyte now walking around with me who's like a complete shadow version of itself.
Oh, goodness. I forgot
Oh,
about that.
great.
Perhaps you should introduce that for a minute.
Well, why? No one's asking me
No,
any
he
questions.
talked about it.
Yeah, and no one's asking. I was very open about the fact that I'm a necromancer, and
Yeah.
And when I walk back down with like a shadow version of a troglodyte, I feel like it's pretty obvious.
I
does
figured maybe
feel
that was just kind of a leftover. So you brought down this troglodyte. You raised a troglodyte from the dead.
Yeah, this is the you weren't there. This was like the boss of that area that we were in.
That was the
Okay.
barbarian.
I remember the hammer. That was the last thing I think I did.
Yeah, did you guys do anything with the hammer, by the way?
I think Coriel picked it up.
Okay. Did we happen to have a replacement weapon of some sort?
I mean, you could take literally any weapon that you have.
Right. I don't know what we have though. I've never dipped into that. Whatever we keep that information.
That sheet. Okay, so let me pull up that sheet.
I mean, if you want to give your zombie troglodyte his hammer back, that's cool.
No. If you want the hammer, you take the hammer. I'm just looking for something.
I'm focusing on axes. That's
battle axe.
Well, yeah. Then if you don't want the warhammer, I'll just equip it with the warhammer.
Yeah, give it the warhammer back. I'm fine with that.
All right, it's a +1 warhammer, basically, just so you know.
And we have padded armor.
Yes. Well, Handis was not she was wearing leather.
Right. No, I'm just looking at the armor
But you have padded left over.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
we've got a masterwork studded leather. Jesus.
Yeah, Anton took off his masterwork studded leather and is now using mage armor.
Oh, okay.
Sick.
Unless we had 2 suits of it.
What's the AC on a masterwork studded leather? Unless one of you wants it.
I'd have to look it up, but it's masterwork's going to give it an extra +1.
Not for armor. That's for weapons.
For
armor, it reduces the check penalties.
Oh, is that what masterwork does?
Yeah, that's what masterwork does. It's a +3 for the bonus, and it is a negative. With the masterwork, your armor check penalty is a flat 0 instead of a -1.
Yeah.
That was padded?
That was studded leather.
Studded.
You want padded? Give me a second.
No.
I don't think the zombie's going to have to deal with a lot of checks, right?
Yeah, no, it's just I'm looking for the best AC I can get that no one's using at the moment.
That would probably be that studded leather, because
what's the breastplate?
Padded's a +1. Breastplate actually would be good.
Also easy to take off in case something happens to the zombie.
Breastplate's a +6.
Yeah, what breastplate?
Yeah, it's the dex bonus. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's +6 or it's plus something in dex?
+6.
Breastplate.
Yeah, the
armor in an armor class, yeah.
Yeah. And then the dex bonus.
Dex bonus was really low for breastplate.
+3, but it has a -4 check penalty.
That's fine. So okay.
I mean, it's a zombie. It doesn't really matter that much.
Yeah, I don't have an applicable dex, even though the template gives it plus dex. The character it came from had very bad dex.
Okay, yeah. In that case, probably the breastplate.
Yep. All right. So
cool.
Warhammer breastplate.
And both Forvel and Aubryn look at those murals. Aubryn recognizes that it looks like that some of the creatures in there look to be Darrow.
Darrow, I haven't seen him in forever.
Yes, exactly. Does anybody, if you have any skills that you think would try and figure out what a Darrow is, let me know.
Dungeoneering?
History?
History is a possibility.
Nature, dungeoneering.
Dungeoneering would be the most ideal. You can also attempt with history or nature. I will allow all 3 of those.
I'm going to go with nature.
Yeah, well, you do nature, I'll do history, and he can do dungeoneering.
Okay.
There we go. History's going to win.
History's going to win. Well, everybody gets a little bit different.
Necromancers are always the smartest.
Well,
Surak, you know, a little bit about the culture of Darrows, if that helps any. They are underground creatures that dwell pretty deep under the earth. They're usually in an area that's known as the Darklands, which is, the equivalency of it would be like the Underdark in, D&D and all that stuff. And they usually live miles below the surface, but sometimes they do come up here. They're pretty insane. They tend to be considered mad little gnomes in the minds of a lot of the common folk. Coriel, you know a bit about them as well. Coriel and Anton, you know that they fight in packs. They're usually led by sorcerers, and that they, you've heard rumors of them abducting surface dwellers to perform experiments on them. All kinds of rumors are abound on that. Like they make them ingest mushrooms just to see their bodies explode, or they pump them full of chemicals, or feed them to underground creatures to see how they would eat, or something like that. People make up the wildest things. You don't know what's true, what's not. Now, Ilnam, you know a lot about where they're, everything I just mentioned, plus the fact that there are several Darrow ruins, including where you're standing right now, that are in old texts, dating back like hundreds upon hundreds of years ago. These ruins often served as basically grand meditation chambers, grand like cathedrals to the Darrow. They, would have these ruins would be containing full of treasures and things because they are long abandoned, coming from like ages and ages ago. In fact, with that, you could probably guess or estimate that where you are right now is not part of the natural cave, but maybe something that the troglodytes found, because most of the drawings and things, and even the stonework on the cave, is very old. You're looking at like hundreds of years old. The only thing that looks new is the statue in the middle.
All right, just in case I missed it, Darrow or elves?
No, they're basically described as like little mad gnomes.
Like
Okay.
more like gnomes.
So I didn't know if you were pulling a Skyrim on me.
No, I'll try and get a picture so you can see what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, here's one. He has 8 legs and he's an obese fat guy. Skyrim.
No. Like, it's kind of like this. If that helps any, I'm just showing you. This is kind of what a Darrow looks like.
Oh, that guy. I know him. His name's Daryl.
Yeah.
Daryl the Daryl.
No, it's Daryl the Daryl.
Okay. But yeah, so that's that. And
Hey guys, I think there's treasure around here.
Yeah, very likely. There is a slight cave-in for this door over here, and this door over here you just haven't opened yet, but you think you can get through it.
Of course, it had a gelatinous cube in front of it.
Hearing that there may be treasure here, Anton's gonna get the search going.
Go ahead. What skills do you have to search?
I believe perception would be a good one.
That's a good start, yes. Oh, nice. Well, the main chamber room here has basically been, like, nicked mostly clean. But there are a couple of things you notice. For example, there are actually gems adorned all across the wall. Very tiny gems. They look like impure amethysts. Maybe worth, and it's a quick assessment, 10 to 20 gold apiece. And there's like 16 to 20 of them all around the wall. So you could probably just nick those if you wanted. In the corner, you do find what originally just looked like, debris near the door over here, like in the far corner. You actually discover what looks like the remains of maybe a previous meal from the gelatinous cube. And under the debris, you do find some stuff. Are you ready?
Yes.
So, you do find what looks like a masterwork longsword. or at least a well-made longsword. It's slightly mucked over, but you just polish it up, it should be fine. You find what looks like a gold symbol of some kind. It's the symbol of itself is like a sword with the sun behind it. Very unique looking to you. You also find a breastplate that actually has been emblazoned. And the emblazonment almost looks like angel wings in the center of it. And the last thing you get are 2 potions with liquids that you cannot identify. Unless if you roll a... what's the word? Spellcraft. Not spellcraft, the other one.
Or taste it.
Or taste it, you could do that.
Praise?
Appraise would work for the maybe the gold emblem you found.
I'll do the gold emblem. Somebody else can do the potions.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you want me to taste them.
I don't have spellcraft. Oh, good spellcraft though.
Well,
Ilna,
good for one, mediocre for the other.
well, once you recognize one, you recognize the other. They're both potions of bolt strength. And for Anton, it looks like a holy symbol of some kind. This could be pretty valuable depending on who you sell it to. Now, the fact that it's made out of like pretty good gold, is at least maybe like 100 to 200 pieces in your pocket. But because it's a holy symbol, there might be a very specific market for it.
All right.
Yeah, it looks like the gelatinous cube did have a meal before you guys got in here. So, which way are you going? Are you going left or are you going right?
Well, I mean, left is a cave-in, so right.
Okay. So, what's your marching order?
I think Coriel will probably be like, maybe not right out front, probably second in line, because he's still a little burned up and knocked around.
Still have like your bandages over yourself and everything?
Yeah, it still stings a little bit.
I mean, I guess I'll go first. Unless we want Trapfinder to go first.
No, he's going second, he said.
Actually, Trapfinder didn't say anything.
They did.
Yeah.
He said he's going second.
I did.
No,
No, I said
sorry.
that.
I thought we were talking about Coriel was the Trapfinder, and now he just walks into them.
Oh, but I found the trap
No,
last
that's
time,
me.
sure.
Oh, I thought he's the one who walked into the gelatinous cube.
I'm
No,
not
no.
even sure. I just know that I wound up inside of it eventually.
I'm the one who finds traps by walking into them. I mean, the one who can literally see traps before we walk into them. Potentially.
Well, he's not talking, so I guess you're it.
Oh. No, I'll go first. It's all good.
Alright. Okay, so it'll be, I guess, him, me, Coriel, Ilnam, Troglodyte, unless you want the zombie to go first, I don't know.
Why would I want that? And waste a spell slot for a guy who's going to get killed by a trap.
Oh, he's fourth in line. Or fifth. I mean...
Where did I go? I know you moved me into the room, but I don't see me anywhere.
I kind of made you a T formation at the moment.
I don't see me at all.
Seriously?
Does anybody else see my token?
Yeah, I see you on this square.
Oh, nope. See, I just popped out of the blackness for me. Now I see me there.
That's strange.
I mean, if you were watching the stream, I just suddenly popped out of nowhere.
That's super strange. The good news is there's really not much in this room.
Except for this, the shattered mirror.
Exactly. No. You notice, like, all around the walls, there's, like, intricate, like, carvings. And what's really interesting about the carvings, as, like, some of them are cracked and crumbled and, like, fading away. You see, again, what looks like the motifs of these Darrow again. But right under them is what looks like it's chiseled text. Out of curiosity, what languages does everybody speak or read?
Out of curiosity, what languages do you need us to read?
Well, that's why I'm wanting to see if anybody recognizes the text.
Common and Elven for me. Nothing
Okay.
too fancy.
Common, Dwarven, Gnomish, and Elvish.
Ooh.
Common, Elven, Dwarven, Goblin, and Necrol. Yes,
Nec-
the undead have a language in this game.
Yeah, that's as obscure as you get.
Hey, look, when you need to negotiate with a lich, I'm your guy.
There you go.
True. 18
Anton,
charisma.
Anton, can you roll a linguistics, please? You get a +5 bonus.
I just had 5 for this roll. I don't know which of the columns I need to add the modifier to. 27.
Oh goodness, that's actually a really good roll. You you do recognize some of this text because you said you speak Dwarven, or at least you
Gnomish. And Dwarven.
Yeah, you said Dwarven as well. Gnomish also helps too. The text is actually a dead language known as Aklo. But it is a language of the deep. It's been used in the Darklands like the Dwarven language. So there is some similarities to it. And what's interesting about the text here, it seems like it's going through the history of the Darrow who lived in this chamber. And it's describing how, specifically, it describes. I'm going to put this. Well, first off, you see one word mentioned over and over. And that word is the excavator. One passage in particular catches your eye. It reads, "Grandmother, in seeking the excavator, turned her eyes to the stone and to the steel, and finally to woe." And over, just keeps mentioning this thing that you never heard of.
Yeah, Anton will read this out loud so everybody can hear it.
Does it look like it's missing words?
There are like chipped areas here and there, but Anton there's like not a lot missing that Anton can't figure out based off of.
Well, I speak Dwarven too, so that's why I'm asking.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah. I should have made you roll as well, but you can. You're reading the same.
Wouldn't have been a 22.
Well, you basically are looking at the same thing, and you see where he's pointing it. You don't see any missing words here.
Well, it's just that grandmother wasn't capitalized, so I don't know if it's the first word in the sentence or not.
It is the first word in the sentence. It's just a mistake on my end.
They capitalized woe, so maybe they're not talking about the emotion of woe, but there's something called woe. Proper nouns, you know.
No, that's actually a 28 because I forgot to add my skills up from we leveled.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But you basically
then we have the same
wheeled it
linguistics
off.
thing, because I only have a +4 as well. So, excavator, proper noun. Woe, proper noun. That or these gnomes were idiots. I'm sorry, these dwarves.
Well, you do know that the Darrow usually took a lot of hallucinogenics and were partially insane, so you have no idea for sure.
Nothing like digging out caverns and making mosaics while you're high on acid.
You know how poets are.
No, actually I don't.
Basically it, right there.
Okay. Same page.
Anyway, the those hieroglyphics, basically, and all those words.
Wait! Before you say it, what did the mosaic depict?
Interestingly enough, if you notice it depicts a lot of the the shapes of what the Darrow would be. Anytime it mentions the excavator, you see something slightly different, like a larger thing.
Well, it only mentions it once, so I don't expect this one picture.
I should point out, I mentioned that it's, as I said, the word excavator pops up multiple times. This was just like the first time you saw it. And that's what caught his eye. It looks like this sort of like sixth arm blob, if that helps any, that's like drawn larger than the other.
So it's like the evolution of man if there was only one man? Plus this thing?
Yeah.
So they're not like doing anything in the mosaic. It's just, hey, here's a picture of it.
Yeah, you can't really tell. Like, if you had to guess, maybe they're like showing what the excavator looks like. Could be venerating it. You're not really sure.
Sorry, not specifically the excavator. I just mean the mosaic as a whole. It's just person, 6-arm blob, person. No activity.
Oh no, there is activity in between. Like, it looks like they're fighting with each other. Some of them look like they're on their knees. Others look like they are grabbing something in the air.
Well, I'm asking specifically because this is text underneath the mosaic. So typically, the section that has words and everything will be about what's being depicted above. So, like, what is under the part that says,
what we have there?
And finally to the woe.
Yeah, all you have there is what looks like the shape that you think is the excavator, and then it like is surrounded by a box. And you see what looks like a couple of Darrow on the side of it, like holding like what looks like spears or sticks or something like that.
Okay, guys, if we come across a giant box, we don't open it. So obviously the woe is however they captured the excavator.
It's, something they captured and locked up down here.
Well, because if you read it, I guess they tried to trap it in a room and that didn't work. That's why I assume the stone is. And then they tried to kill it, so I assume what steel is. And then this part here with the box is to woe. I guess they named the box.
It's a mystery that maybe you'll solve.
It's a box, though, you said, right? The box shape?
It's surrounded by, like, a box shape, yes.
Right. I'm just trying to verify that a box shape isn't, like, a sarcophagus shape or something.
It's a box shape. That's the best I can, like, describe it. It's like just like a box around the blob, if that helps any.
Is it like a box, or is it like a rectangle?
You know what? How about I draw it for you?
Yeah, that would help. Because I don't want to throw off the chance that it's coffin-shaped.
I'm going to draw it. So here's, like, your 6-arm creature.
Like a spider. I was thinking more tall. See?
Yeah, no, it is, but I'm just doing this crudely. And it would be
also,
like a
two
box
less
like
legs than a spider.
Box like this. Here's like the Darrow.
Darrows typically look like H's with a head on one side.
They're just holding very cool sticks.
Pointedly, the sticks are on the opposite side of the box. I thought they would be towards the box, like they were holding it towards it threateningly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
You know what, though? I'm so glad you're doing this.
Look, I've got to investigate every single aspect of what's here.
Wait till I throw an actual puzzle at you. Anyway.
Well, then I won't understand it. I've already linked you, though.
So, is this another, like, statue thing, or...?
No, that's where you saw the mural, basically.
Okay, so that's just the full...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a busted mirror with the corpse of an evil witch in front of it.
Is there stuff to the south? It kind of looks like maybe there's more there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you keep moving south. You notice that you're slowly descending.
Well, nothing could go wrong with that.
Make sure everybody stays safe.
Now we're descending into a sewer, it looks like.
Less of a sewer in this case.
Looks like shit to me.
But you notice like the walls that are completely carved and really nice. You see that the tunnel is opening into like what looks like a very like odd cavern that's running both north to south at this point. There's like streaks of purple crystal that run along like an open area of the wall, where you see like very easy amethyst or impure amethyst kind of growing out of it. To the east, there's a room that descends down at a very steep angle to a tunnel, but it's blocked off. It looks like there's another cave in there.
Okay.
So to show you what I mean on the map, it's this area over here. Yeah, there, that area.
Yeah, this right side thing.
To the west, like the caverns just sort of like twist and turn a little bit. You, based off of what you know of this area, you suspect that you've actually descended maybe like maybe 50 to 100 feet into like the surface area of like the upper Darklands.
So when Rob said, "And there's a passage to the east," I heard what I read into that was, "Oh God, I didn't make that map yet."
That's why there's a cave in there now.
It's blocked off. I can tell you that much. That is actually what it is.
Yeah, there was a long pause. Crap, I didn't make that map yet. I didn't know it was connected to this map. It's caved in.
You're reading too much into it, I'll tell you that much.
There might be more stuff down here if we want to look.
You eventually, like, if you follow like the caves that you can twist and turn through, like you don't find anything special in this area. It looks like it's been long abandoned, or at the very least, it has been not a lot of foot traffic in this area, as you could imagine.
Okay.
What do you call those things that you get a pizza out of the oven from those industrial ovens?
Platens.
I can see that right there.
Yeah.
That's all I'm seeing. One of those things you shove in to get a giant pizza out of one of those industrial ovens.
How about just one of those long wooden spatula things?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, you mean this tiny little spot right here in the middle of all that?
Well, it's not tiny to me. I don't know how far
I'm not
you
zoomed
are.
in. Well, zoomed in very, very close. Not close enough to see that.
Just keep walking into rooms.
So we've got some.
You discover two areas. You find what looks like a circular room, and that catches your eye immediately because it looks like there's another partial collapse in this area. And you see drawings again, but this time the drawings look different. They do not look like the Darrow or the things that you've seen previously. They kind of look like reptilian, perhaps troglodytes. And what's really interesting is that the entire wall is covered in nothing but crystals.
The wall opposite of the mural?
Yeah. So, like, the mural is, like... So, just to show you, you start seeing, like, drawings over here. Then there's, like, some crystals there. Then you see, like, drawings over here. There's crystals there as well. And then as you, like, enter this area... You see, like, the walls are littered almost, like, fully with either what look like troglodyte drawings and crystals.
They're like troglodyte drawings, as in they're drawings of troglodytes or drawings by troglodytes?
Of and by, so it's both.
Do the crystals seem to be growing haphazardly?
A little bit, yes.
So we're under a source of water, then?
Perhaps. And it's also like there's, like, vibrant, multiple colors. Interestingly enough, there's also some crystals on the floor as well. that are like maybe growing out of the ground.
Well, I just mean that we've gone down and we twisted sideways, so it's entirely possible we're underneath the well from the other map. It's because that's how crystals grow.
I have a strange question.
Yes.
This curved wall, there's like some kind of reinforcement here, right?
Uh-huh.
Some kind of construction. First of all, is it stone?
Yes.
Second of all,
oh, go ahead.
Second of all, is the stone curved? Like it's an actual curve, or is it like flat angles that slowly turn into make a curve?
Roll in engineering if you have it.
I think Ark is the one who has it.
I have craft mechanics.
Actually, wait, was it that none of us had engineering before?
I think we established last time no one has
Yeah.
engineering. I'm supposed to, but I wield and deal to get rid of it.
I mean, all I want to know is the surface like flat curved, or is
Here,
it
I'll tell you what. Roll a perception. And
Okay.
I'll say you have the player's benefit of seeing that the stones are flat.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah. I'm just saying that even if none of us have engineering.
Because there's also...
you notice that the stones there are flat. And it looks like they've been like curved unnaturally.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know, yeah.
And you also notice as you get closer to like if you get closer to that area, in fact...
Yeah. Move over here.
Yeah, move you guys there. What you see is that like a lot of the crystals or the crystal veins that you see, outside of like some of the crystals that are in the front, behind it is almost completely missing and hollowed out, as if they've been mined, if that makes any sense.
I mean, it doesn't.
Okay.
Why would you mine the back of the crystals and leave the front crystals?
I know. Very strange.
Okay.
Just remember to keep your eyes out for stone, steel, woe, or grandma.
Yeah, that's all I want to know about the wall there.
There's a door down here on the south.
Yes, it is a stone door. You see like salt crystals hanging like in the front of it. And you notice like there's like a little bit of like bluish mist coming from the other side of that door. And what's really interesting about it is that the door, I said, upon first glance, it looks like it's made of stone. Do you go up and like touch it or anything like that?
Not if there's blue mist coming out of it. I think I'm gonna actually just go back around the corner here.
Okay.
I mean, it could also be trapped.
Right, that's I was gonna check it for that.
As you are discussing that, Anton.
Yes.
That's where your location is right now?
Oh, I think he's moving to the door.
I was going to the door too.
Oh, okay. Go ahead to the door, and you don't know, you can't tell if it's trapped, but you do realize that it looks like it's made of stone, but it's actually a bit of steel behind it as well. Because as you like touch on it and whatnot, it's very cool, and it feels like hard and more metallic right behind like the bits of stone on the front. Very strange.
This door is steel and safe, so I'll try to open it and possibly doom us all.
No,
we found the stone. Dealt with stone. Now we found the steel.
Yeah, maybe the steel refers to the room that the woe was in.
Yeah,
maybe a square. That's why
that's what
I instantly thought. That's why I gave you the half-hearted. No, wait, stop. It's always more interesting to do things than to not do things.
I'm just happy that I was able to make you all paranoid.
Yeah.
Sirach, can you roll a perception, please?
I mean, in fairness, we'd probably be fighting a woe, no matter even if I guessed right.
True.
You could have sworn you saw some of the crystals move in the chamber here.
Oh, that's not good.
Sirach's doing the acid.
Yeah, apparently.
And you also notice that like the blue mist is starting to. You notice like after Coriel point out the blue mist, the area is also slightly misty in the chamber where the hollowed out crystal veins are.
Yeah.
Is Anton seeing things?
I don't everybody roll perceptions. Let's see what you find
Even
out.
me, well, way over here.
You don't. No.
I don't know.
No, you don't roll.
Okay. So the crystals seemed like they moved.
Yes.
Like in what way did they move? Did they just shift positions? Did they come out more? Did they recede? Like what's going on?
It's as if they shifted positions and slowly crept towards you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna just grab Anton and pull him back.
Wait. He doesn't see the crystals wiggling, does he?
Coriel sees nothing.
Yeah, I'm just pulling Anton back. I don't. This is fucking sus. Those crystals are moving. They're coming towards us. I don't like it. If I had a danger sense, it would be going off right now.
Your danger sense is tingling.
I got a bad feeling about this or
Are
something.
you feeling lightheaded, dizzy, anything?
No.
Feel fine.
You feel perfectly fine. Everybody feels fine.
Hold on. You're carrying the torch, right?
Yes, I'm carrying a man and a torch at this point.
You're carrying a man.
And his name is Anton.
Oh, I thought you were pulling Anton back. It's like you're carrying a man.
Well, pulling him back, carrying, yeah.
Never mind. I forgot what character I was playing. I forgot what game I was looking for the medic skill. I'm like, wait, I thought I was good at medic.
Wrong game.
Heal skill, and I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
Smart, not trained.
So maybe we should not stay in here.
Well, I think we just stay away from the door. We should be fine.
I mean...
It's the mist.
Yeah.
Like even the crystals do. If anything comes out, they'd have to come up this little choke point right here. So if we were on the other side of it,
or conversely, you could just smash the crystals while they're not moving.
Are they like still moving at all? Is the mist like spreading or?
The mist is like just hanging in the air. It's not really spreading so much. Go ahead and roll. Another perception.
20 again.
You actually get a decent look of the. You point it out to everybody else, and if everybody can roll a perception, you're getting a bonus.
Okay.
Again.
Same rolls. Classic.
Anton, you see it clear as day. I mean, Sirach, you notice that there's like crystals that seem to be moving on the floor, but Anton, you actually see the creature it is.
This should have been a 22, but you said I had a bonus, so I added +5 to it.
It's that crystalline entity. Same creature that killed Nudi and Soom.
There's things in the floor.
Notice like there's a... It looks like almost like if you didn't know any better, Anton, it was a scorpion that is completely made out of crystal.
Game over, man. Game over.
It's like some sort of king, like some sort of scorpion king.
It looks like it keeps like adjusting itself. And that, it's like trying to find like a comfortable spot. But you notice like every once in a while it bips up its like red crystalline head and just like chatters its like crystalline teeth like a... And then just like heads down. It's very small, by the way. This is a small creature.
Let's wait for you to say crystalline one more time.
And
It's a small crystalline creature.
No, you.
just the one.
You'll point it out to peoples.
Just the one. Does anybody have a dungeoneering?
I have
Yes.
that.
Please roll.
I'm not going to help.
Oh.
Okay, there you go.
Coriel was like, well, I've never seen shit like that before. Surrock's like, that is very strange.
Very strange, probably bad.
It
Live
looks
in the
like
fucking woods, man.
It looks like an earth elemental is Surrock's first guess, but Anton, you actually know what this is. This is something known as a Kreismal.
Bless you.
Gesundheit. And you know what this is because you've heard stories about them. These are basically outsiders from the plane of Earth. They're elemental creatures that usually aren't around here.
These are earth elementals impinging on our turf. We should
Surrock, you were right.
beat them.
So they're earth elementals, but they're not earth elementals. Got it.
It's like a creature that comes from the plane of Earth that's
So
not
you're
an
saying
Earth
that they
elemental.
come from Earth.
Roll a religion check, Ilnam. Oh, no, not religion. Do you have planes? Knowledge?
Yes, I do.
Roll that, please. Oh, good.
Okay.
You know, all right, so...
Well, I mean, it's plus 11, so I mean...
Yeah.
I got 3 ranks in it, and I'm super smart.
The planes of Earth are just one of, like, the 4 elemental planes that, you know, is, like, in the cosmos and all that stuff. There's actually areas all around the world of Galarian where you could actually enter the planes. Usually, like, high-level wizards do that stuff.
At the airport?
Yeah, almost like a portal or a teleport into there and whatnot. And sometimes when that happens, creatures from the planes that they came from jump in through the other way. You suspect that perhaps maybe the Darrow or the Troglodytes, you don't know who, maybe had a plane, a portal to the plane of Earth, and this creature came through there. You know that this is a creature that does have some intelligence. It probably doesn't speak common, only probably speaks the language known as Tehran. So you could technically talk to it if you knew
no
the
matter
language.
what game you're in, the language for Earth Elementals is always the same.
I know.
Go to the plane of water, they probably speak Aquan.
Yeah, they do. So you could speak to it if you know the language.
Nobody does. So who's going to be so niche that they picked the right language from their niche list?
Take a guess. Who can help you with this?
Nobody that's down here. We left her way behind.
Who's her?
The only woman in this dungeon with us.
Oberyn?
She just came down into the room with the gelatinous cube. She's just like right up the tunnel.
Right up the tunnel. She is 4 rooms away from us.
I also wasn't talking about Oberyn.
Well, there's nobody else here.
You decide what you want to do.
Because, you know, the troglodyte has 0 intelligence right now, right?
Is the hobgoblin, perhaps?
Ah, the torch knows.
Yes, the torch.
Hobgoblin has dealings with the troglodytes, maybe, or maybe you're dead troglodyte.
0 intelligence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe it did.
Putting
does
the template
Forvel
on it
know a
gets
lot
rid
of
it.
languages? He's a smart kid.
Forvel does know many languages.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he was still kind of around.
Well, he's not with us here, though. I think we said that at the beginning.
He does not know he does not know Terran, but he does have a lot of marks in linguistics.
But that's how to learn the language.
Yeah. So as it speaks, he could probably learn stuff from it.
Over the next couple of weeks, we slowly begin to learn the Earth Elemental's intention.
He sadly does not have the spell Comprehend Languages.
Neither do I.
Well,
and clearly it's not an animal.
What are we doing here, boys?
Well, I mean, if it's intelligent, and we and entertain the idea of talking to it, then clearly it shouldn't just attack us out of nowhere.
You do know that most of these creatures from the plane of Earth tend to be pretty neutral in things.
I was going to say highly territorial.
That's what I was expecting, yeah.
There is a possibility it could be. You remember, looking at the crystal formations. It also explains why there's no crystals or anything left in the veins of the walls. It probably because this creature ate them.
We're going to walk by it, and then that's when you're going to spring on us. Also heavily racist towards half-elves.
Just hates them. All of them.
I'm not going to catch a break. This whole campaign is always be somebody that's against me.
If it eats crystals, it's probably not carnivorous.
You see, the last person to walk through this portal was a man named Daryl, who told his backstory to all the Earth Elementals.
Had these pamphlets to give out all about the elves.
Do we want to try and communicate with it? Do we want to not open the door? Do we want to go uncover the other door?
Oh yeah, you want to dig out the other side of the gelatinous cube area?
Potentially.
Or possibly the Far East cave-in here that connects to a map that Rob probably hasn't loaded yet.
Yeah, this east thing, was it? It was at a sheer angle, but was it like stairs or just like a flat slide?
No, flat down into what is effectively a large cave-in.
Okay, well that might be hard to get up, so it seems unlikely.
Well, you gotta get up to get down.
And jump up around?
Yeah.
I honestly have never heard the rest of that song.
Nobody has.
Anyone have an opinion on what we're doing?
Well, I am already in my pajamas.
Because we're thinking that opening the door is probably not good.
Well, I was thinking that before, and that hasn't changed.
You notice that the crystal thing here is slowly moving towards where you guys are. As you are talking, it does look up and stare at you. At least you think it does.
Yeah, it doesn't have eyelids, right?
It doesn't have eyelids. It has little beady gems for eyes.
Right, so effectively it stares at everything it's looking at.
Mm-hmm.
It has a fucking fisheye lens for an eye.
Well, it probably sees 1,000 of us.
Probably. I mean, do we want to go spend fucking an hour uncovering the other door and just kind of chill?
I mean, if you don't want to open this door, sure.
But this door is right here, and so inviting.
Yes, woe betides those who open
It's got
the steel door.
Besides, that poem may just be a reference from going from stone technology through bronze to steel.
Yeah, Grandma loves technology. But one thing I know about... What were those guys called again?
The Darrow?
If there's one thing I know about the Darrow, thank you, is that they love grandmas. Oh, I'm sorry, they love technology. No, their grandmas love technology.
And they're probably old enough.
I mean, the door could also just be the portal.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If this thing came out of the plane of Earth, it might be the portal to the plane behind the door.
And I have one important question to ask you. Can you breathe Earth?
That's why I have no need to open the door. I have no desire to go to the plane of Earth.
The crystal thing might want to, but eh.
Right. Open the door so we can get the reward for the crystal thing for letting it go home.
Yeah.
I mean, that's we open the door.
Thank you for returning my child.
I mean, it won't be a threat.
I mean, we could tie a rope to
side.
the door and open it from around the corner, but that doesn't mean that a bunch of Earth elementals are going to pour in.
I mean, it's not like this door is locked from this side. I guess they could have poured in anytime they wanted. We can open it and see if there's some sort of ceiling pattern drawn on the other side of the door. Just to make it clear, I'm one way or the other. I don't care. I always find it's more interesting to do things than not do things. So
right.
So do we want to do things here or go see the other place?
Someone's standing in front of the door. Whatever they do, we're doing.
Anton, are you trying to open the door?
I do so want to, yes.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
All right, go ahead.
Good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand next to the torch.
I should have had the music on for this
Oh,
entire
I'm back around the
sequence.
corner. Fuck that.